To see, kind of walk us through your off season. When did you have hip surgery, and what was that recovery process like?
It's a long off season, man. I had surgery back on December the 2nd of last year, and then that all went well. The rehab process was to get back at the normal start of the season, and so I was full kicking probably a good 3.5 months after surgery, which is pretty cool. Had a really good recovery, had a great surgeon, and the team here were unbelievable with me. So we got back out there pretty quick. And then with everything happening, it was tough. You sort of shut it down for a while because you don't want to waste your leg. You don't want to get too tired. And we weren't going to have a season. And, all of a sudden with the season now approaching, we had to ramp it up pretty quickly. But everything's been good. I think they've dealt with it really well here, and they've put us in the best position to do the best we can when we go out there on Saturday.
Let's go to Justin Guerrero.
James, first, good to see you. I hope you're well. And kind of just right on that note, I mean, here and now, about 10 practices in, just as a general statement, how are you feeling, just body-wise, from top to bottom? How are you feeling in terms of your health?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. I hope you're well too. I feel great. Usually by now in camp, I'd be pretty fatigued and I'd start to sort of taper it down. But we've got a really cool schedule. It's sort of one day on, one day off. And if I feel like we had a scrimmage on Saturday, for example, then 2 days off after that, then we're approaching it like a game week where it'll be like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday scrimmage. I'm feeling great, just looking after myself and, going that extra bit with recovery, and it's going well. Yeah.
Let's go to Mark Johnson.
Hey, James, this is a question we don't get to ask of a lot of college guys, but you had a baby since last season, and I'm wondering how that kind of changes your perspective on things a little bit. That brings a little reality, I think, to somebody's life when they eventually have kids. So how has that kind of changed maybe your approach, your thought process, and kind of your perception of things?
She was the size of a football when she was born, so I had to be careful not to kick her, but she was she was good. She's been awesome, man. She's growing every day, and the first few months were pretty hard, as I'm sure most of you probably know. But not getting much sleep and getting up in the mornings, and it just makes you appreciate a little bit more how someone can be so dependent on you, I think. And as a kicker, when the offense doesn't get what they need, they're dependent on you. So you're used to that, but you're looking after a little life, and she's mumbling and waiting for her to say her first word, which would be daddy, by the way. I think the way she's going. But I don't know. I said it last year when Laura fell pregnant, the pressure just didn't feel the same kicking field goals and as it does usually. And I think that might just be that I'm also in my 4th season now as well. But you have them in the back of your mind when you're playing, when you're doing everything now. So it's been great to have her join us.
Well, I think we have our quote of the year already. Pat.
Hey, James, kind of along those lines, did having a baby at all make you reconsider playing this year, or perhaps opting out and, maybe erring on the side of your health?
It did when the season was postponed. We had a really serious conversation about it and what we planned to do, because, it's also stopped family from coming here to visit us, and she hasn't seen them. So yeah, we had a serious conversation about it, but I always wanted to play that one more year and was really, really hopeful and optimistic that we'd get it. And now we got it. So I was always going to play this year. Yeah.
And let's go to Neil Welk.
Hey, James, a quick question about a short season. I know every kick is important, but with just 6 or 7 games, does that add a little element of even more importance to every kickoff, every field goal, every point after?
I think it does. I'm not going to get out on the field as much anymore, so I got to make the most of the cameras on me when I get out there. But no, it does take obviously more significance. And as Pat said, not thinking we're going to have a season makes you feel, just blessed to be able to go out and run out there again with the team and represent, CU. And I think that's the mindset I'm having going into this season. I might have not have been able to kick another ball again if we didn't have a season. I might have had to, go home or whatever it was. But I feel blessed to be able to go out there and kick and just want to do my job, man. That's all I want to do. Just want to do my job.
Pat Rooney, really quick, because Carl's waiting.
Yeah, James, just wondering, with your recovery from the injury, were you ready to go in August? Was the delay maybe helpful to you at all? Are you stronger now than you would have been? Did it help you at all?
I was ready to go in August. I would have been ready to go. But I mean, the delays, yeah, it's helped. It definitely has helped, and it's been able to get you in better shape, I suppose, physically. Mentally, it's been a little tougher, and I think it's tougher for everyone. But I think we're in a good mindset now. You know, practice is coming along, and we're looking great as a team. And I think I share that with my teammates. Where right now we're just really, really looking forward to getting on the field, no matter when we're having a season. So to answer your question, yeah, I would have been ready, but you know, this is also good too.
Well, thank you, James. I know you've got to run off to class, and Carl's ready to go as well. So appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Take it easy.
By the way, James is 9th on our all-time scoring list with 194 points. He's poised to become the 8th player to score 200. The only player between him and 200 is Rashawn Salam, had 198 points.